Hello students. So today we are going to discuss the resolution of a vector into its rectangular components. Rectangular components. Let us see. For example, here this will be taken as a xy coordinate system. So in this xy coordinate system means in this xy plane, let us take a point P which is having two coordinates x comma y. Now a line which is joining from the origin to the given point will be taken as the position vector, that is r bar. So here this will be p of x comma y, means x is the distance of p point from the origin along the x direction. That's why x will be along the x direction, and y will be the distance along the y direction. So that's why that is y. So here this will be along the x direction, that's why it will be taken as a vector. So vector. Now it is along a y axis, that's why it is also represented as a another vector. Then OA bar is a one vector, AP bar is a another vector, then OP bar is a resultant vector. Therefore the resultant vector of OA bar and AP bar is given by OP bar is equal to OA bar plus AP bar. Now OP bar is nothing but R bar, therefore it will be equal to R bar is equal to OA, means x into, this is along the x axis, that's why you have to write xi cap, plus AP is y, this is along the y direction, so that's why it will be taken as y cap. So this is the position vector, very important equation. Now this position vector is going to make an angle theta with x axis in anti-clockwise direction. Then we can write, so if you are going to take sine theta is equal to opposite side, not in a vector, magnitude you have to consider, opposite side by hypotenuse, this is a magnitude. And similarly y is equal to r sine theta. So if you take cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse, therefore x is equal to r cos theta. So these are the two important terms. So along the horizontal direction it will be equal to r cos theta, along the vertical direction it will be equal to r sin theta. So therefore x, this will be equal to r sin theta, this will be equal to r cos theta. Now so here x is equal to r cos theta, this will be called as horizontal component of r bar vector. Okay na. Next y is equal to r sin theta, this is the vertical component of r bar vector. Right, these are the very important points. Now from this relation, magnitude of r bar vector will be equal to under root of magnitude of r bar, that is equal to x whole square, coefficient of I plus coefficient of j whole square. So this is the magnitude. Now it will be equal to r modulus of r is equal to under root of x square plus y square. So this is the important point. Now another important note point. So here if you are going to take this one, then tan theta is equal to opposite side by adjacent side, that is equal to x. Then from this relation, then theta is equal to tan inverse of y by x. Here theta is the angle made by r bar vector with x axis along anti clockwise direction, anti-clockwise direction. Let us see. Actually, if you are going to take the wall clock, then it is a 12, 3, 6, 9. Now the clock will be rotating, pointer will be rotating like this. So that's why here the vector is going to make an angle in opposite direction. So that's why it will be taken as the anti-clockwise direction. It is also called as a counter-clockwise direction. Okay na? So whenever you are going to use this formula, now this theta tell us that it is the angle made by the r bar vector with x-axis, okay na? So like this. So here you can remember one thing. This is in anti-clockwise direction only in the first quadrant, not in the remaining all quadrants. Only in the first quadrant only angle made by the vector with x-axis is equal to anti-clockwise direction. For example, how much is the angle made by the r bar vector with the y-axis? That will be in clockwise direction. That is 90 minus theta. You have to remember these things. So now I am going to give one more important note point. This will be the very, very important note point. For example, here it is a vector r1 bar. Now r1 bar is equal to x1 I cap plus y1 j cap. Now if it will make an angle theta with the x-axis, this will be y-axis. Then it is equal to tan theta 1 is equal to y1 by x1. This is the angle made by the vector with the x-axis. Now you have to remember, I cap is positive, j cap coefficient is also positive. That's why it is in first quadrant. For example, here the vector will be represented as r2 bar. Now it is in second quadrant. Second quadrant means y component is positive, x component is negative. So here r2 bar can be written as x2 into minus I cap plus y2 j cap. So again I am going to use the same formula theta 2. This is the angle made by the vector. Always you have to remember, all vector made by the angle with the x-axis. That is equal to tan theta 2 is equal to y2 by x2. So with this relation we can find out the theta 2. So here most of the students are making the common mistakes is y2, but here x2 value can be taken as a minus of x2. Don't consider minus of x2, because depending upon the minus x2 into minus of I cap only, we can identify this vector is in the second quadrant. If there is no minus symbol, then we cannot determine this vector belongs to second quadrant. So minus represents, here minus represents only the quadrant, okay na, only the quadrant. And now another vector, that will be r3 bar. Now r3 bar is in negative x-axis, negative y-axis. So that's why r3 bar is equal to x3 into minus of I cap plus y3 into minus of j cap. So this will be equal to minus x3 I cap minus y3 j cap. This is r3 bar. So whenever the coefficients of I cap and j cap are negative, both negative means that the vector is belongs to third quadrant. So this is the formula. Here this vector is going to make an angle theta 3 with the negative x-axis. Then tan theta 3 is equal to again y3 by x3. Don't write minus y3 by minus x3. This minus symbol represents that vector belongs to third quadrant only. Don't write minus sign. Okay na? So here theta 3 is the angle made by the r3 vector with the negative x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. Theta 2 is the angle made by the r2 vector with the negative x-axis in along clockwise direction. So last one is r4 bar. So this is a vector in the fourth quadrant, means x component is positive, y component is negative. So therefore R4 bar is equal to x4 I cap plus y4 j cap is negative. So therefore R4 bar is equal to x4 I cap minus of y4 j cap. So this is the vector. Now how much is the angle made by the vector with x-axis, that is theta 4. Then if you are going to take tan theta 4, that will be equal to y4 by x4. This is the important formula. So here theta 4 is the angle made by the r bar vector with x-axis along and along clockwise direction. Okay na? This is clockwise. This is anti-clockwise. This is clockwise. This is anti-clockwise direction. Okay na? So these things you have to remember. And the application of this resolution of vectors. So here apps. First point. For example, let it be taken as a horizontal surface. Now here it is a body. Okay na? Now on this body, let us assume F amount of force is going to be applied by making an angle theta with the horizontal. Now this force is not restricted to along x-axis, not restricted to along y-axis. That's why that force will be expressed along x-axis and y-axis. So here the force going to make an angle theta with this axis. That's why it will be equal to F cos theta, and the remaining one is equal to F sin theta. You have to remember. So in this case, for example, the vector going to make an angle theta, then that's why it will be taken as r cos theta. Then it is equal to 90 minus theta. The same concept, for example, here the same body, okay na, right, here this will be the vertical line. Now I am going to apply same amount of force F, but in such a way that it will makes an angle theta with the vertical, then the components of this force are F cos theta, and this one will be equal to F sin theta. So for example, if you are getting one confusion, sir, why we have to take these two components? So here the components, the combination of components is also equal to F. Let us see how. So here F bar is equal to F sin theta. This is along x-axis, that's why into I cap, plus this is along y-axis, F cos theta j cap. If you are going to take the magnitude, then modulus of F is equal to under root of F sin theta whole square plus F cos theta whole square. This will be equal to under root of F square. So sin square theta plus cos square theta. This will be equal to 1. So that is equal to root of F square, that is equal to F. Modulus of F means F. Therefore LHS is equal to RHS. So that's why if you are going to write like this, then it is also absolutely right. Okay na? Right. These things you have to remember.